My name is Ogweno Stephen. I'm a global health consultant, a non-communicable diseases expert, and a champion for people living with non-communicable diseases globally. Today, I'll be talking to you about why 2025 is such an important year for people living with non-communicable diseases across the world. But before that, what are non-communicable diseases? Non-communicable diseases are diseases that do not transfer from one person to the other. These diseases are often also referred to as lifestyle diseases because some of the causes of these diseases are directly attributable to the lifestyle behaviors that we adopt. And this includes use of tobacco, use of alcohol, unhealthy diets, sedentary living, and air pollution. Examples of non-communicable diseases include diseases like cardiovascular diseases, cancers, obesity, hypertension, mental illnesses, chronic lung diseases, and many more diseases. Now, why is 2025 such an important year for non-communicable diseases and for individuals living with non-communicable diseases worldwide? 2025 is the year where globally we will host the 4th United Nations high-level meeting for non-communicable diseases. These are meetings where different governments inside of the United Nations come together to discuss priorities on non-communicable diseases. And in this specific one, they'll be discussing what are the priorities leading up to Vision 2050 on non-communicable diseases. This is such an important tipping point because globally, decisions about the direction in which non-communicable diseases investments and focus will happen will be made in this very meeting in 2025. But why is the World Heart Federation so concerned about this meeting? This is because of all the non-communicable diseases, cardiovascular diseases are the largest killer diseases in this category. They account for the biggest death rate in as far as non-communicable diseases are concerned. But that should not discourage you because on the other side, cardiovascular diseases are also some of the most preventable diseases when it comes to the broader non-communicable diseases entry. And so we are able to really make a huge impact by addressing cardiovascular diseases amongst the other non-communicable diseases as well, because these diseases pose the biggest burden, but at the same time, they're also some of the easiest to prevent. The World Heart Federation has brought together experts consulting with this membership across the world and will be presenting a series of interventions and suggestions for these policymakers to be able to really make it most useful time and contribution to ensure that in the United Nations high-level meeting 2025, there is sufficient focus on cardiovascular diseases as part of the broader organized and coordinated effort by the global NCD community to really be able to push the agenda for better implementation, better funding, and at the same time, better awareness and coverage of these diseases in the national and international global health systems. Thank you very much for listening up to this point, and in the next series of videos, I'll be taking you through the 4 key priorities set by the World Heart Federation when it comes to this very critical meeting, especially in addressing cardiovascular health in the broader spectrum of non-communicable diseases at the United Nations high-level meeting 2025. Stay tuned and see you on the next one.